What a moment. Oh. All right.
Yeah.
It says you're live now, Eki.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Thank you. I
Yes.
feel blessed. It worked.
Good. Good.
I
Yeah.
got I
When
got
technology works with you, it's a good day.
Yes, it's the simple things. It's the little things
Yes.
that make us happy. Um
Exactly.
yes. Well, we are back. Long time for both me and Eki to be on. So very exciting always when we can get our VIP 19 in. Um,
Thank Thanks for having me. I'm glad it worked out.
yes,
Life's been a little busy.
yes, I heard. Yes, you've had a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff.
Hmm.
We're gonna see if we can make it happy though. See if we can make it
Okay.
happy. So migration time. I don't know if you've heard, but there's migration. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, people can move
They can.
and don't have to stay with you.
They can. They can. They can. The rumors of the devs ruining the game with all this migration talk, and apparently we can move from server to server. And I am a free agent, and I will be moving. Did you hear that?
I did. Yes.
Okay, so
That's a change.
that's not a rumor. It's true. It is true. So
Yes. I believe you disclosed that on your last video.
I did. I did. It was live actually. I didn't make a video.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I didn't bother making a clickbait video of me just going to leave. Like I don't think that was worthy of a video. I felt there was simple information I can just share with some people, rather than shoot a whole video around the fact of me leaving. But yeah, so interesting enough. I've been through this, believe it, not once, not twice, 3 times a charm. Not for me.
Oh,
This is 4
oh,
migrations. Yes. So a vet, if you will, at this process. Good explanation of that, though, Eki. So my first time having to move was my original server, which was server 72. So a little background there, where it's funny enough, I would have stayed on that server. I did not want to move. I would have stayed. The president had said, we were more or less at that point oil and water, and the president had said that he was not moving from the server. He guaranteed the server, essentially he was staying, which then essentially guaranteed my exit. But then when I left, he stayed. He left. I'm sorry. So he left. So I left, and then he left. If he had actually just said he was leaving or he left, I probably would have stayed in the original server. But not to be. So we parted our separate ways and went to another server. Had these grandiose ideas that going to turn around a dead server and take a couple people with power, hop into a dead server, and turn it around and populate it. How about that?
okay.
How do you think that worked?
It didn't.
It did not. It's
I just went through season 2
yeah,
transfer,
yeah.
and it is actually hard. You In order to bring people to your server, you
Mm-hmm.
have to present active and
Mm-hmm.
you have to show activity. Otherwise people are like, I'm not putting in. It's a lot of work.
A lot of
Like,
work.
it is a lot of
A
work
lot.
to revive a server.
It is a lot of work. A lot goes into it. Tried it, thought, had all these great, like I said, grandiose ideas. And oh man, it did not work out. First of all, it helps when the person you go over there loses their mind and ends up quitting about 3 weeks in to the move. And it was all bad. It sounded good at the time, kind of meetings with somebody else with power, and say, okay, we're gonna do this, that, and the other thing. And listen, sometimes you got to admit when you're wrong. I will say this: a partial team that we had, all the chaos that was built, and in season 3, this team we put together with sticks and glue finished 6th in season 3. Pretty good. Pretty good, I'll tell you that. We were pretty proud to finish 6th with that. So anyway, I would have actually, again, as the theme goes, I would have stayed on that server. I did not want to quit on that server, even though the odds looked long and everybody was making fun of us trying to reboot the server. I would have stayed. The leader at the time was hell-bent on, I was looking at metrics. Who's active, who's contributing to verses, who's actually killing, who's doing things. And like, we needed to make some moves to bring people in, and we needed to kick people out of our team. And because they were longtime members to her, even though they were inactive, and my team was pointing that out, that it was ridiculous that they were so inactive, she wanted to keep them. And because of that, there couldn't have been agreement, because I was like, I can't make this team active unless we look at metrics and actually get organized. She didn't see it that way. I got pissed and, unfortunately, had to move on. So we left. This is when my story takes a turn for the better, though. I end up getting recruited by 88 Eyes, EYS.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my favorite days in Last War history are with 88 EYS. Bringing my team there, and what's often lost in the moves that I had is my first move consisted of me bringing 70 people with me. Can you believe that? It was like 70 people we brought with us to that server. And then slowly, when you move, what happens is, even myself, as I try to move, make everybody happy, you slowly but surely start losing people. Either people quit, they're left behind, they can't move anymore, they don't want to spend the money on transfer, they're free to plays, they want to go to a Euro server, they want to go to a different team. These things just slowly, you start losing people. So I went from moving with 70 people to moving with like 50 people to moving this last time with like 30 people. And now I think we're like down to half that. We're like 15. So that we're moving with. But back to 88 Eyes. I will tell you, I loved that server and that team. It's so much in common with them. They were fighters. They scrapped. They were awesome. Very lively in chat. They welcomed you into the server. Like, we went in there and they treated us really well when we went in. We didn't know what to expect because it was a server that we didn't really know anybody, and they treated us like we were family. Like, they were incredible, very nice to us. All my people, appreciate them, and appreciate my time there. And yet again, it was another time I would have stayed with 88 Eyes. So the 88 Eyes story goes like this. When we were there, we went through the whole season. Now, I was supposed to hook up with Hulk. Hulk had moved to 71, and I was supposed to go meet Hulk on 71. After season 3, I popped gold, and I couldn't move to 71. So therefore, I had to move to a different server that would accept gold, and Eyes had a gold server. And at that point, I said, okay, the next plan was for me to drop the purple, and I was going to organize myself where I was going to not upgrade and have the whole inventory strategy for me to drop the purple. Then the video starts, and everybody's scarred by hearing me say, I was a gold seat, and I had to be Anyway. I did drop it, but I will tell you, while on Eyes, it was such a good experience for everybody on my team and myself. They made me want to stay there. And although the original plan was to drop, the problem was the strongest person there was J8S, and he was kind of the whale of the server. He, at the time, seemed like he was going to quit. I actually, to this day, still have a message to him. He never responded. And my message to him was simply, are you leaving Last War? Are you quitting? And he never responded to me. So because of that, everybody in Eyes said if he leaves, they were going to leave the team. And they were starting to plan. So I made a plan because I popped purple to go to 71. And J8S said, He never said anything back to me. I actually took, like, I forgot, 7 people, maybe 6 people from actually Eyes who said they were going to come with us to 71. So we agreed. We had all the stuff lined up. We had already agreed to go to 71. We said yes and blah, 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 and hook up with home. And then all of a sudden, they said, oh, by the way, he's coming back. I'm like, oh, what do you mean he's coming back? So then the people that were going to go with us no longer left, and I stayed together. And they were like, oh, you're going to stay, right? And I'm like, no, I already give somebody my word that I was leaving. Well, of course I'm going to leave because that's my word. So that was my third move to 71. And I moved to 71. And this was supposed to be my forever home, by the way. I promised that I would. You want to know how certain I was that I was never going to migrate again? I currently do not own a transfer ticket. I don't own any. I didn't collect them. I didn't get them out of the Alliance store. What says more about somebody who is definitely going to stay where they are than somebody who never got transfer tickets? I have none. You can check me. You can pat me down. You can check my back pockets. I got none. No transfer tickets. So I think that pretty much puts me in the honest category of I had no intention of leaving. I won't spend $50 if I don't need to. Like, I would just get the Alliance tickets out of there and went for free. But so clearly it was not planned to do this. But that's the story. That's why I have moved 3 previous times, and then this is a well-documented blow-up of a server right now we're leaving. So the reason why I wanted to call Live Though together is really to talk about the process for everybody who hasn't migrated. We helped other people migrate, get you some ideas on what you should be looking at when you're migrating, where you're going to go. We have all these servers available now, and I didn't realize this until some people on our current server who were put in charge of transfer, and they struggled with the process to find their team, somebody, a place to go. They were responsible for 17 people, 18 people, and they freaked out. They didn't know what to do. They don't know how to talk. They don't know who to contact. They don't know what to look for. It's their first time in the process, and they were very overwhelmed. And I thought, well, if you are, the other people are, because I can tell you when I go through it now, I'm not overwhelmed. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I feel like a vet at something that I shouldn't be at, but I am, because I've done it 4 times. And, or this is my 4th time. And I can tell you a couple things now of you, if you're like, hey, I want to transfer, or you're going to transfer in the future, or what you're going to do. So first of all, there's a couple things you need to take into account, okay? First, instead of thinking about yourself, let's put yourself into the accepting president's shoes. All right, because it's a very important thing to do that often people don't. You have to understand that the people that are taking people in have to abide by the seats that they're given here, right? It is a very hard thing to do because they have to try to collect all the people for these servers. And they don't, where do they begin? Where do they begin? They're all in very different places. So let's go make this easier and look here instead of the share. Let's look at it this way. This shows you when you click here. By the way, if you want to know how I got here, you go to details right next to the transfer Warzone group. You click on this little I, and it'll open up for you all the servers here at the bottom that you can go to. Now, important things to know. This right here, transfer points, means how strong the server is. The higher the number, the stronger they are. The lower the number, the I almost said something I shouldn't have said. Then it'll show you their status, which is either fully open, which means they're very weak, semi-open, which means they are semi-strong, and then limited open, which is very strong. All right? The white shares, you know how many shares that you get. Now, the limited opens don't get any golds, the semi-opens get 1 gold, and the fully opens get 2. Okay. What the first thing you want to kind of look at here, and it's a good thing to take yourself, and by the way, I want to take a step back on this too, and think about this. This takes time. Don't rush it. You're about to experience for yourself. A lot of people just go, I don't care, I'm just going to go anywhere, whatever. Yeah, or, is that open? Okay, let me take there. Yeah, you're going to spend, this is your entertainment game. Don't complain that your server sucks, they don't participate, the president's an asshole, the team that you went to is bad, blah, blah, blah. You did it to yourself. because you didn't want to put in the time and the homework to spend for where you're going to be or your team is going to be for the next so many months. You just took the quickest way out. And when that blows up in your face, you're the only one to blame. Okay? So just take the responsibility and own it. All right? This process takes time. Again, we've gone through it. Trust me. Take time. You have to understand all the servers in the picture.
It is challenging. I actually assisted the president with the accepting of seats for our server for our season 2 transfer. And oh boy,
it's challenging.
It's challenging, very challenging.
Right.
And especially when a team comes, because like, it is hard. It is hard to navigate. Like when you have so many alliances on your server, and as a president, like I think one of the biggest fears people have with transfer is who's ever the president, they're gonna take all of the transfers.
Right.
And like if you have a healthy server, that won't be the case.
Right.
But like you also have to have that awareness when you're on the other side of the fence preparing to transfer.
And that's where I'm at right now is I think everybody first, you at least have to put yourself in their shoes to understand where they're coming from. Yes, you sent a message out to somebody. Maybe they don't get back to you immediately. Maybe they don't respond to you right away. Listen, they got a million messages in their box from a ton of people, especially if it's a populated server and people want to go there. Just have patience. Have patience, because you might not be their top priority. It doesn't mean they're not going to get to you, but understand the amount of work they have on their plate. If you contacted the server and that president hasn't gotten back to you and you want to make a decision, don't put all your eggs in one basket anyway. And we're going to get to that because I'm going to tell you how to handle this no matter where you are, because depending on your status, you're going to handle the transferring differently. So we'll talk about you wherever you may land, whether you're a free-to-play, low spender, mid-spender, we can talk about that. But just think about it understand the president of the server is going to be incredibly bogged down with what they're doing. There's a lot of information. They need help to manage this process. They need to talk to people. They need to vet people. They need to understand how many people are coming over. How strong are they? Do they fit in well? What team they want to belong to? Who's going to get them? There's so many questions that need to be answered from their side of recruiting because they're responsible for bringing you in. So they're recruiting, but also they're vetting. It's much like a job interview, honestly. Like when you think about it, as you get to this level and you've done this so much, it's a job interview. Like you want to go somewhere, maybe they don't want you. You got to also, you may have to sell yourself. And why are you going to be good there? What are you going to do? If you're a pain in the ass, I don't know. I want you. That's all. So just, I will say, appreciate the amount of work that's going into this from the recruiting server side, and have that in your mind. If somebody didn't answer you right away, have realistic expectations for the messages coming back. All right. Don't put your eggs in one server's basket. Message multiple presidents and have multiple options, because you may need to pivot. And if it's not fast enough for you, then pivot to a different server. But what you can see here on this transfer list is really the strength of the servers. So a good spot now, I will say, will shift to you, no matter who you are, by the way, no matter which chair you are up here. You want to understand your server grouping and the strength of the servers that you have. It's not going to make or break what you do, but you definitely want to understand your options that are in front of you. I would say if you really want to make it a long-lasting trip, you don't want to go to a limited open server. A fully open server. Odds are these are dead servers. I mean, I'm sorry for anybody who's in one. Sorry if you're trying to reopen one or you're trying to do something with it or whatever. God bless you. I tried it. It's very difficult. You could do it. I'm not saying you can't. It's very difficult. But me personally, if I was giving somebody advice, I would not be part of your journey. Your odds are low that you're going to be able to do it. And I wouldn't take that ride if I was somebody to go down that road, because at this stage of the game, there are too many options. There are too many servers that are available that are not in your situation. I would more say that you should be giving up the dream of the fully open and joining another server and making it more populated and participant based and join them. That's what I would say. But by all means, if you want to play with the people you play with, you're fully open and you have dreams of it, by all means. There are some advantages to going to a dead server, so this is one thing they don't tell you. Let me give you a couple of reasons why it's in. I don't want to spend a lot of time on these fully open ones, but I will just tell you, if you go to a fully open server, remember this. You know all those competitions that they have, the chat box competitions that you can never beat those that spend a lot of money? All those things that you have to win in events and things that are driven by participation, they are so much easier to win in a dead server. You can win a chat box or like whatever that you may want in these type of servers because of that. So if you want a chat box or something of the like, it's a good place to go.
For a season. Go to that server for your season. Make sure it's within an event time window and you can collect your chat box. That is my takeaway from what you said.
That's what I'm trying to say.
If you really must have that chat box.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you'll save a ton of money trying to get a chat box in a dead server.
Agreed.
I will tell you that. A ton of money. Because,
those are very coveted.
If you go to a limited open server and try to get a chat box, good friggin' luck. Good luck. It is brutal. Try to get a chat box. Actually, I did get a chat box on a server with 3 VIP 18s because it is not easy. These people are just like dropping the bucket for them. Those points just start climbing. But in any case, if you want that, it's a good place for a fully open. I do not recommend a fully open server. So let's start from the back and move forward on who you are and what you're looking for. What you really want to do is explore these servers. You don't want to guess. You have a lot of different options. I would explore and go in, and there's something that I would look for. There's a couple things that I personally look for to tell if you have a healthy server. I'm just bringing up 69 here. 69, dude. I'm not picking on them. I'm just bringing it up to show you some of the stats I would look at. One thing I would look at in a server right away is total hero power. You want to see, are they strong? Where is their top person? Do they have a VIP 18? What do they have for strength? What's their top people? You want to go and look at that. You want to see what right now I would look at for myself is I consider around 200 million to be pretty strong threshold. I want to know how many over 200 million hero power accounts do you have? So if I'm just looking at this server, I would say, okay, they only have 18, all right, for 69. They don't have, and what I would do on what I did for myself on a spreadsheet, you want to look and say you have 400 million players plus, just say 400 million plus. It doesn't really matter after that point, by the way. You have 300 million players, you have 200 million players, and that's all you really need to know is how many do you have as far as that goes. It'll tell you the strength of the server just off that information. Okay, that's one. The second thing I would look at that I consider to be incredibly important is the number of alliances that server has over 15 billion. So if you see here, they only have 3 alliances over 15 billion on this server. That tells me from a participation perspective, they're light. They could participate, but like think about it. Like over 15 billion is a limited amount of a server at this stage of the game that we are. And to only have 3 means that you're a light server, which also would explain why they're limited open. They have 1 gold available. So to me, to chart that out, you want to know that. Lastly, one of the things I like to look at is who's president of the server. Take a look at them. Look at their profile. You might want to look at maybe their kills. Do you have a chat history with them at all? Prior. Do you know them at all? Have you ever had a previous history with them? This says a lot about a server. If somebody is willing to anoint them the president, or they've made it to that post, it says a lot about a server that they are president. I'm telling you, like, if the server doesn't like to be judged by that, then don't put that person in charge. But it's going to tell you a lot about that server, whether you like them or you don't. So I judge them based on who they have. I like to look at that person and, like, do they have a lot of
Well,
likes? Go ahead.
hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, because the only concern with that is so different servers operate a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
So, like my server, we rotate the presidency.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
you have that might be a conversation to have because, like, is it a one president server? Or like our top three alliances rotate out our presidency, and so for transfer, it's just whoever is in that
No,
rotation.
no, no. It shouldn't be
But
though,
then
Eki. It shouldn't be.
But then we
I'm,
okay,
tell-
so maybe this is a
well, I'm telling you,
good conversation
you're gonna be
to have.
judged. You're gonna be judged by who is president at that time. So you can have a rotation. You can do whatever you want. But when it comes to
So
migration time, be judged how you want.
okay, so this is good for servers who are trying to get players in
Mm-hmm.
to be aware that players are going to be looking at who is president
Yep.
and what do they represent, because that'll be important.
100%.
And then also like that, so that's a key thing.
Yeah.
From the other side, because I was like, wait, hold on, not every server operates the same. So transfer season, your server might need to coordinate how you want to present for transfer season.
Think about this right? Think about a job interview. Okay? Think about if it's a job interview, you're going somewhere. You have a limited there's 150 servers to choose from, right? If you're in a job interview, first impressions matter, right? So you get dressed up and you look because those first impressions matter, right? If somebody's shopping for a server and they see something and you put somebody in charge that's called, I don't know, Jerky McJerky, and they're like, who the hell would put Jerky McJerky as their president? That doesn't food well for me. I don't think I want to be on a server with somebody named Jerky McJerky. Whatever it is, right? Whatever that first impression is that they get, you may lose out on the best white that's on the market because they don't like who your president is. They don't like the looks of them. They don't like certain things. I want to have a president up there that screams activity. You should have, if you're a president of a server, you should have a lot of likes. If you're a president of a server, you should have a lot of gifts. If you're liked, that's what people do.
Yeah,
the game gives you those things. Yeah,
like go look at
I'll tell you what.
Current president.
I'll tell you what. The game is telling you that. Look at what the game tells you right on these servers. What's the one thing they give you right up front? The president. Not only the president, but look, they let you see how many likes the president has. I mean, why do you think they do that? They're trying to shortcut for you to say, like, is that person even liked in the game? If I get a president, they got 1,000 likes, I'm going to be questioning immediately, like, who the hell is this person? They just come in there. Why is it a random thing going on there? So I just think if you're going to be judged, at least for migration, put a person that you want your server to be judged on in that seat. If you want people to
there
roll
you go.
in.
That's a good way to put it. So for servers who, however they do their presidency, be aware transfer season means you need to select an appealing president for transfer.
Yep.
Also, maybe somebody who has the time to do all the nuances, because it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll give you
I think there should be special awards for presidents who do transfer season, because that's a lot of time dedication.
I'll give you another one. I'll give you another. Make sure. Don't have a president that isn't talkative. Don't put somebody in the seat in this moment of migration and not have them be your most well-spoken individual on your team. Make sure it's someone who likes to talk to people. Make sure it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be willing to reach out and have conversations. If people don't like small talk, don't be a president. Now you're hurting your server, because that's what you have to do. You have to say, hey, how are you? You know what I mean? Like, stupid stuff. Like, just be nice to people. Like, if you want to bring people into your server and you're not the strongest server in the world, you need everything that can help you at your disposal. So simple things like that are going to help you. I would say make sure you know who the person is. Make sure you're strong. Or you're looking who these things are if you're seeking a server to go to. I wouldn't want somebody who's not. I judge them. And by the way, there's a couple things I look at. I look at some of these things, these likes and stuff like that. I look at moments. And I'm going to get into that on serve. You're going to see how that sticks out and how that helps you tremendously in a minute. So do your homework.
I'm just
Go ahead.
I'm just laughing because our current president's moments are probably not the most. They're great. They're humorous.
Okay. Well,
You'll have to. Maybe I should send you a link.
I'm just saying I wouldn't take chances, especially if people are like, oh,
No, that's good.
I can't get any
Yeah.
interest. Nobody wants to come to my server. How do I get people? And blah blah blah. A lot of times
So
it could be different.
so from the person transferring side,
Mm-hmm.
it's communication, it's engagement,
Mm-hmm.
it's activity. I would suspect, like, if you have a server president whose professional level is lower than would be expected for that season, you might be like, huh, like a little bit low is one thing, but a lot low,
Right.
that'd be, and then from the server, how people transferring, the servers accepting transfers, you have to be aware of this too. Your president is the face of the transfer.
Correct.
And what people see and what teams see out of that president will bring them in, or they will go elsewhere.
Truth. 100% true. That's right. And also the language. So the other thing is, if you're looking at having multiple teams on your server, like right here, it gives you the opportunity to put the multiple language that you want. Maybe you have a Korean team on your server and you also want an English team on your server. If you only are going to want a Korean team on your server, you're not going to get a bunch of English people that are going to apply to your server because they're going to see Korean and think, oh, okay, you have no interest in me. So they're going to pass up. If you have an English team or you're looking for a mixed team, then make sure you're using the opportunity, because you can put multiple languages, as you see here. So use that opportunity on what you're looking for to use that as well for the server. And as you're looking for servers, take that into account. It's a big deal. Do you like to chat in your server? Or do you have a problem with the translate button? Do you not want to use it? How do you want your Alliance chat to look? It's all important in enjoying your game and looking for a server. And so, to me, like, it depends on the seat you are to begin with. If you're a white seat, unfortunately, at this stage of the game, it is very difficult for you to find a server. It is what it is. Sorry. It's very difficult. You could be a high participant. You could be whatever. The problem is you're low power. And you are probably going to be limited to what is it? Let me look at this again. You're probably going to be limited to fully open and semi-open for the most part. That's probably going to be your target if you are a white seat. Try to tag on with other people. If you can get tagged in on a stronger person with a purple seat or a gold seat, that is your best bet into a server if you're a white seat. Otherwise, there's some servers I know that don't want to do white seats. It's very difficult to populate white seats. There's some servers that are burning. I talked about this in my last thing. Their option is they're just burning people out because they're trying to lower this score. This transfer point score is deciding whether this ultimate category of what everybody wants is this magic gold seat. Everybody wants that, because what that means is you can bring in a VIP 18, and which can change the dynamics of your server as far as strength goes. So if somebody's sitting here with limited open, they really want to turn that into a 1, they need to lower this score somehow. And they lower it by trying to get rid of the dead weight. That's how they view it. If you're farmers, you're collecting, you're not participating as much, you're not showing up for wars, you're just kind of doing your thing on the side, enjoying the game, having fun, they might not want you. They're like, you know what? You don't fight. You don't show up for participation board. I get it. You're sitting over in the corner and you're having fun. You're not hurting anybody and stuff like that. But that's it. So I think like that's what you would have to do if you're a white seat. You want to go to a semi-open or fully open, or make sure you're tagging with a purple or gold. That is your best route. That's the truth. That's your best route somewhere. All the stats that you can bring to the table won't help if you don't have the backing of another person, or you're going to go to like a semi-open or fully open. And also a lot of times white seats, you may just have to wait until, if you want to find your best option and you don't have somebody else to tag with, a purple or a gold, you can move to a lot of different servers. You might have to wait though for for people to have a couple spots available on their server because they don't have all their whites filled out and they're not committing. So have a bunch of choices in your pocket. Reach out for help. Anybody who's a purple or gold that's also leaving a server or that's in your server can recommend you a server. And you're probably your best route to your best place is through the recommendation of somebody who likes you on your server. If you burn your bridges and you're not a good person, then I don't really want to give you advice anyway. You kind of did it to yourself. I don't know that you should be going to any place. That's good. But go to semi-open and fully open are your best bet. Blue is a great category. Blue is a great place to be. People, I've talked about this many times, and in here, really, especially the high up stuff here, the blue, man, it's really sometimes the heart and souls of a server is these blue seats. So everybody wants to have those blue seats. If you are in the high range of blue, man, you could write your ticket. You can go to, even if you're not with a purple or gold, people are seeking you out. If they need a couple chairs, you're in a great spot for a high blue. So you can pretty much go anywhere. You may even be able to get into a limited open spot here for a limited blue. Don't limit yourself. Feel free. Reach out to everybody and make sure you tell them your power. That's the number one thing you should be telling a server at President that you're recruiting in. My total hero power is this. I'm a high blue. It'll get their attention immediately. They'll be like, okay, now second step. You've made it to the second round, which is, all right, what's your deal? Why are you moving? Why are you migrating? Have that ready. Have your story ready, by the way, of why you're choosing them. Did you put any effort into why you're choosing them? What you liked about them? And also, why are you leaving your server? Why are you looking to leave your server? Have that ready to go, too. It's similar to job interview. To move on, you have to be ready with some of this information. It's none of this. I just looking to go. I don't know. I was kicking a can down the road and I saw you and I thought it'd be a good place to click. Now, just have your story ready to talk to these folks, and have that at the very least that. Also, be ready. Have your information ready. Is it a deal breaker if you can't be on the first team of a server? Do you have to be on the first team? Are you okay with the second team? Are you okay with the third team? Where is your breaking point of where you're willing to go? Tell them that as well. Good information to know. Sometimes you can see where they're willing to go, and like maybe they're willing to take you on the first team or not. If they're kind of iffy with you and you're willing to go on a second team and prove yourself, tell them. If it's a really good server, it's worth it. It's worth it for you to go, hey, you know what? I'm willing to go on a second team and prove myself. I'm okay. Go ahead. There you go. Then you get over there and move on. So I would say high blue is really wanted. But blues in general, people will always have a hard time filling in their blues more than their purples and golds. So unless somebody's bringing a full onslaught of a team, most servers that are on this list are going to be seeking to fill those blue seats. So you're in a good spot. Don't think that if you're free to play, get yourself to a blue point, or you're a low spender, you get yourself to a blue point. Yeah, don't worry about it. Keep going. Best.
So I told my server president that they needed more likes to be appealing for server transfers.
Yeah.
Because that was a point made, right?
Yeah.
And their response was, "Well, just ask your followers to like my profile. They can have dinner with me."
I would ask why don't people like them to begin with? I find that people like your profiles.
Oh no, he's very likable.
All right, well.
And he has high likes.
All right.
I was just looking at other players on our server that have higher likes, and I was like, if likes matter, we can get you likes.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm sorry, I've been ignoring the chat completely. I'm like going on talking. Metal, welcome in. Yeah, I know. Welcome in. Warlord, sorry, joining knowledge us with this VIP. Who is this? This is Eki. Eki, want to introduce yourself? Warlord wanted to know who you are.
Oh, hi, I'm Eki from server 1382. I am in the off season of season 2 with our Overlord coming out tonight. That's it. Is there more you wanted to know?
Yes, they do want to know. You have to name your Overlord, by the way. What are you going to name your Overlord?
I was gonna call it the Mini E.
The Mini E?
Yeah, for Mini Iki.
Okay.
Yeah. I kept it simple.
I like it.
Which actually it would be Chiquita E, which is Basque for mini or small.
Oh.
So it's Chiquita.
Chiquita.
See?
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Iki.
Or
okay.
I could just call it Eguski, which is the long version of my name. So I have options now. Oh no.
You do.
I had a name, guys, and now I have options.
It's an important thing. Xanadon, hit me up after or come back. I will answer your question, but I want to get through. This is just for server transfers today. So I don't want to get into the battle stuff. Every other live I'll have, I promise you, we'll get into battle stuff. I just want to go through the transfer stuff. But hit me up on Discord or hit my coordinates, folks, that are part on our Discord. Find my DM and I will gladly respond to you personally. Chicken Charlie, welcome in. Dude, it's my dude. It's my main dude, Panther. You can use tactic cards in Desert Storm and Canyon. Yes. Heading into Season 5 was the easiest for us. Oh, okay. Great to have you aboard, Henry. Just finished Season 4 and I'm on Missile Main. You as well, Menace. You are welcome to message me and I will help you directly. Only being flirty with multiple lines ahead of time, I can go anywhere. Well, there you go, Henry. Nobody likes a bragger. Just please don't send any crazy pics.
Did Henry just say he was being flirty?
Yes. Yeah, that's what he does. Henry pimps himself
How do you convey that in a text? Pretty, mad props.
Do you really want to know?
Hey, Henry. No, don't need to know.
Henry, go to the coordinates, people, and find Eki's server, and she wants to know how you're being flirty. So please, Henry, show her. She wanted to know.
I actually am kind of curious because people have to teach me that they're being sarcastic in messages on in my alliance, and they have to add emojis. Otherwise, I take them seriously, and then they laugh because they're like, "No, that was so sarcasm," and I was like, "These are text words. I'm a work in progress about some things." Sorry, back to server transfer.
Yes, back to server transfer. Anybody, by the way, you can just message me. I will help you. I promise you. I'll help you directly. I just want to talk transfers today. Chicken Charlie, the server transfers, you get 0 time. Right after Season 5, immediately into transfer. You will have 0 time. You transfer to a week, to recharge your battery after coming from a chaotic server. Okay, well, then get the hell out of there, Charlie, and go to a stronger server. Sky, I'm ending Season 2 and I will transfer period. I wonder what my server will be since we don't have any big whales here on 14. You don't need big whales. It certainly helps. You need participation. Participation, Sky. If you don't have the participation, then I would find a server that does. Kind of hard when you got to start from scratch.
And a great way to evaluate your server participation, because I feel like that's a question, right? You're like, well, how do I know about the participation on my server? You could compare your Rampage boss levels to the surrounding server Rampage boss levels. That's a good indicator of server participation. So if your server's Rampage boss level is lower, then there's a combination of reasons why. But that also means that you don't have as many stronger squads, which means people on your server aren't growing as well as other servers. It's one way. But another, I think, a really big way to identify participation on your server is when you do Warzone duels and you have those battles. Who's participating in your Warzone duels? That's a good indicator of your server participation level.
I like it. Okay, so let's whip these. I don't know how to say that name. Peace and Light. I don't know how to say. Yaki Yasaves is listening to you. I don't know. Well, I welcome in everybody, including yourself. If I was president, would you join me, QB? Of course, Panther. It's a done deal. Of course I would. Abraham joined. Leave the game and stop playing. This is the best solution. With this. Hey, by all means, if I were you, I would quit. There's no need to listen to this or stay. Like, just leave. Very easy out, sounds like, for you. So, cool. Limited open seems bad for you until it's 3 purples and QB is considered purple. If 71 brings in 3 strong purples, that's a great haul. There you go. If 71 brings in 3 strong purples right now, they would consist of 3 strong purples. 71 is being completely fleeced. So, yeah. Meadow, I said hello. Second hello to Meadow. How much costs the server transfer? $50 or free if you just collect your tickets. Eric, always, nice to see you, sir. Go out. We do know the range of for points for purple and blue. Do we know the range? So you can go into Discord and people are sharing their seats and stuff for that. It appears right now. So let me show you kind of my server. I'll give you a heads up and it'll bring me into one of the problems that we had, by the way. So here are the seats. So obviously gold with these. I am purple. And then we're purple. Purple is probably around 280, I would say. And then come down here, 250, 240s down here. And then you're going to get into blue around here. So this is probably around blue. So, but ramp is also blue at 211. So very strange. Now here was the problem is Chunky here is 208 and he popped purple. So be careful because he ended up being purple. So one of the things I would suggest is if you're looking to move, coming into right now for season 5, if we had looked at this, we would have said don't spend a lot leading up to server transfer. Try to hold back. Right leading up to server transfer. Don't all of a sudden is a bad time to dump your money. Hey, you know what? Now's when I'm going to dump a couple $100 into this or buy some exclusives or blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Don't do that. And if you want to, you can purchase them, but leave them in your inventory and wait. I would hold off.
To stop? Dear God. Sorry.
What do you mean?
I was taking my dog to the restroom and crossing the street, and a car wasn't stopping.
Oh.
Sorry, and I was in the crosswalk. Forgot I was on live for a second there. My apologies.
No, that's the point of live. So you're live. So Chunky right here was purple at 208, and Ramp is blue at 211. So hopefully that helps you where the level is from blue to purple. And purple range is very high. So purple range goes all the way up here.
For season 5 transfer range.
Correct.
What we're noticing is it's not always each season, each in between, right? Season 2 to 3 is going to have a different range for their seats. 3 to
yes, and
3 to 4.
And that is what I'm trying to build right now on Discord. I think as we move throughout 2026, we're going to have a lot more information because on Discord, I want to collect everybody's seat after everybody's season 2, after everybody's season 3, after everybody's season 4. Let's keep collecting those seat things. I'll organize it into a spreadsheet, and we'll try to get after every season what all the purple totals are, the gold totals, the blue totals, the white totals. We'll try to get a range, and we'll keep it going. And we'll keep averaging it and keep going and give you a best idea of what it is. But, you know, there's a threshold. Like, there's many things that could decide it. But at least you know if you're around the threshold, you're going to move, then you want to make sure you're dropping. So season 5, this is what it is. I can tell you season 4, after season 4, the gold threshold was around, I think, 230 total hero power. 220 was where the purple line was being drawn. Somewhere in there. was where the purple line was. Then purple gold line. I don't remember offhand what the blue purple line was.
And then,
but
do we know if the type of server changes this range, or is this range no matter if you're an active, semi-active? Does the range change? Do we know that?
Well, I'm happy you brought that up. So one of the things we wrote, because as you can see here, it's very strange. We asked customer service. It was a horrific answer. But by the way, they won't change your seat color once you have your seat color. So it's you're cut in. But chunkier was the same, 211, 208, right? Somebody on live the other day saw me at 270, and they were in a different server, and they were gold at like 233, they said. So I don't know I don't know if maybe in the later servers, like our server groupings go from 69 all the way to 196. Now, obviously, those servers up at 196 haven't played anywhere near how many days I have in. So it would make sense that their total hero power would be less, or they'd have more participation because they haven't had a server that's been alive long enough for people to leave. They just kind of got grouped in with us as we went. I don't know what the difference is for their days, but that's a lot. 196 servers is a big. Yeah, a big span when you think about 69 to 196. So I don't know. I don't know where that person was. I don't know where that comment came from. It was just in the chat of my last stream, so I have nothing else to go off of on that other than the information that was there. I don't know how the range of people with golds. That's the whole point of the Discord. Whole point of the Discord is we can do a high and a low. Somebody can put in there and they keep putting your seat colors and you keep sharing your servers, and all you're doing is passing the buck. You're paying it forward because you're helping the next person and the next person and the next person that plays this game, and that's what we're about. That's why we're here. So go on Discord, share your seat color, share that information. But as far as our story goes, remember that I have 3 purples to travel with when I leave. I have myself. I travel with Rich, who's 254. I'm traveling with Ramp, who's blue at 211. Chunky, who popped purple at 208. Black Panther is 207. And then on and on. We have, more people we travel with. Those are like my big 3. And Chunky broke in with a purple out of nowhere. So made it a little difficult to go forward. So if you have any other questions, I'm hoping that it's helping you, at least if you're a blue seat in what you're doing. Gold seats can go anywhere they want. Understand? I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Take that back. Let me rewind. VIP 18s, who are gold seats, can go anywhere they want. Literally, a server who has a gold seat open, they are dreaming that a VIP 18 is available. They will say, yes, who are you? Yes, come into our server, please. They can go pretty much anywhere they want. They can bring anybody they want. They pretty much will get on the top team. They call their shot callers. If a server agreed to take a bunch of people in and they could get a VIP 18, they may tell those people they told, sorry, we can only take you in. It's very possible that happens. VIP 18s are a rare breed. That's what everybody wants. If one says they want to go to your server, likely your president's going to be like, hell to the yes. And they're going to get to go. That's just a general rule. Now, I'm sure there's a server out there right now that's going, not me. I would be very selective on my VIP 18. Or some of you said, if I told somebody yes, I would never cast them aside for a VIP 18. Okay. Well, I put that to the test if it ever happened. But God bless you. Then you are better than most, because I'm going to use a generalization and say the majority of these servers will take any VIP 18 that they can get to rebuild with and start with and do whatever. So that's VIP 18. If you can hook yourself to their backing, you can follow them, and nobody's going to even look into you. They're not going to question you. They don't have to go through the scrutiny that a lot of people need to do, and people will take you in. So rarity that people can do that, but if you can, you can. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say yes, but we're learning, even in our first transfer season, that sometimes when you have a high level seat apply, it's good to get maybe some opinions from other alliances on the server. and what they have to say about that individual. So it's good. Like we were lucky enough to avoid somebody who ashed their entire server multiple times. So
like I said, as a general rule,
yeah.
if you're a VIP team, I don't know, when you're talking about high end power, I don't know what you're talking about right now, but like I'm talking about 400 million players, 500 million players. They're players that people can't get in. Let me just say, there's not going to ever be a VIP 18 that can't find a server. They will easily be able to find a place to go. If there's somebody that's going to be like, hey, I'm not taking them because they're assholes and I don't like them.
A word of caution, right? Like,
sure,
absolutely take your strength, take your power, accept them. But just a word of caution, like, take a moment.
By all means, you should be very. The problem is you're not the president. Like, you know, the president majority of these servers that are trying to rebuild, and they make, listen, some VIP 18s may be awful. You may look at them as, you may view them as terrible, and it may be also looked at as, I'm going to make a deal with the devil, and that's what they do, because they just see the lights and the blinkety blink and the power and the money, and they get them. There's a whole YouTube account based off of it. So believe me, people love it. People love the power. They love people because they have the power, and they're just like googly eyed. They're like, oh my God, he's a VIP return, and they freak out, and they're like, yes, and they just listen to them. It's how the game goes. YouTube has proven that. That's just how things go. So like, but I will tell you, the worst position to be in, if you're popping, is a low power gold. It is awful. It's awful. Nobody is interested in taking you until all their options are gone. That's it. Like when you barely eke over the gold line, nobody wants to add you. It's like, you know, it's very difficult. I've been there twice. It's just very difficult because of the competition you're going up against. First of all, there's so many good servers that are out because you're a gold, period. So they're out of your range. So all of the servers that can't, you know, that we looked at that said that are limited open, they're out. You can't go because you have to be a gold. So now you're left with the semi-opens. If you don't want to go to like a fully open rebuilding server, you got to go to the semi-opens. And there used to be, at least there's a lot more servers now in this grouping, 196. Before, we only had 69 to 100. And there's only 15 servers that you could realistically go to, that whatever, it limited where you could go. Now they've opened it up a little bit more. The range is more. But still to say, if you are a low gold, I bet you people are still holding out. They're like, maybe we're interested in you. Yes, we want to keep a conversation, keep you on the hook, just in case somebody else comes along that's a little bit stronger than you. And there we go. That's how a lot of people do it. That's how these servers are going. Unfortunately, there's a lot of servers that are strictly looking at power. It's a mistake. Mm-hmm. If you're building your server, it's a mistake. But that's what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to... If you have a power mindset, I think you're missing the other dynamics of the game. Yes, this game is about power and war and all those things, but there's a world chat, there's seasonal chats, there's alliance chats, there's engagement in the game too. So personality,
ego
plays a role. It all plays a role in the game.
Selfishness and ego are just huge aspects that don't reflect right away. They don't reflect off of them until you start talking to people, seeing them, asking about them. They don't just pop out at you. So you have to do your research to see those things or find those things. But people look past it. I mean, I know I was talking with servers and stuff like that. And it is what it is. Like, some people just they're looking at power, not unity, not group strength, not who are you, what you consist of, what you stand for, your team, different things that you bring across. That's just what it is. And so that's why I say, have multiple options. That's all. Just have multiple options as you go forward. When you're light gold, you just have to have patience. Either stay on your server if there isn't a better option, or you just have to be very selective, or know you're going to move again. It's very difficult when
Yeah.
you're a light gold. It's very difficult.
Or if you think you might land in the light gold range, another thing is trying to have conversations earlier than transfer
Yeah.
with servers you could possibly think about going to. Because if you start building those relationships, right, and like you're a growing active player, depending on servers, and there's change, right? I don't know if the servers in my range do transfer the same exact way that you're describing, right? Because there's evolution and there's change and there's game development and knowledge. But I think if you know you're going to transfer, starting to connect with servers that you could possibly transfer with, that may help you.
100%. Yeah, and that only gets better as you go with other servers. They start, like, think about season 5. There were 8 servers in one grouping, so you could talk to as many people as you wanted to. And by the way, I also want to phrase this conversation that we're having right now is not just strictly for my personal experience of this season. It's also talking to everybody. Season 4, Season 3, Season 2, going forward. I will tell you right now, it's never been easier. Actually, if you are a light gold, this is the best season for you because of the way it is. Like purples, too, the way the total hero powers work, light golds now are, like light golds used to be, ridiculous. Like I was a light gold, and it was really ridiculous. Like light golds used to be, I would have been down here, like something like this. Like I used to have to be like 230 or 240 or something. I could have been like the 8th player on here, and they would be like, "Oh yeah, here's your golds, 470, 455, 390. Here's your golds," and then you'd be down here, and you'd be like, "I'm not close to them, but somehow I got the same chair as them." Now, what the developers did do, that everybody bitches about and complains, but one of the things developers did is they certainly raised the purple range. And what that does for the game is it allows people, if you're purple, you're a spender, it allows you to move around easier. It allows people to move to different servers because you're the purples and start moving. So the game, when people say they trap people in servers, don't let them in, and they only let you fill a certain amount, what they did allow is stronger purples to move around. Which means if you have a stronger purple, you can have a stronger blue. Because having blues at 210 million and stuff like that, that's really good. You have like ramp blue at 211. That's awesome. Like, I mean, you can't get much better. That's really cool to have a blue at that level, And so, I think that they did do that. They started to raise that to allow people to move around and fit in the box. So they might not be raising the numbers, and they're getting there slowly but surely. But this is overall more of a general conversation of if you are a light gold moving through. I would say Season 5 is probably the best season so far that you will be allowed, because you'll be around 300 million strength total hero power. And still, at this level right now, 300 million total hero power is pretty friggin' strong. So if you're lucky enough to get a great person who's a light gold at 300 million from after season 5, way different than after season 4 and season 3. You'll find that out as far as like the power levels go and what they're doing. So that's hopefully that answers a lot of your question in regards to transferring and the experience and the things you should be doing. Again, vet these servers, look at those things, like I said, the population of the alliances, and the strength of a server, and the president, things like that. Take that into account.
Another thing that happened on our server is people would message the R4s within the president's alliance too. So that's another thing to think about, is sometimes if the president doesn't get back to you quickly, normally, at least how we worked as a leadership team, like we felt responsible to ensure that the transfers for the whole server we worked as a team, so it wasn't put on the shoulders of one person. And so then we also were communicating with our other top alliances with like, hey, do you have people that you wanted to bring to the server? And so that's another thing to think about, is it's okay, like if you're reaching out to other alliances, like to negotiate coming to the server to be in their alliance, make sure you ask the question, have you shared this with the person controlling the transfers? Because that is important too. Like you need to make sure that those dots are connected so that all the alliances have the information. Because we almost one of some members who are transferring in for another alliance, there's also almost a snafu because we weren't given the information immediately. But lucky enough, they took the initiative to reach out to just double check. And we're like, oh, okay, well, that we need to restructure some things and we need to re-coordinate because we need to make sure that we're honoring our whole server and what it needs. So, but that's just me. I don't know. That almost sounds like an oddity, but that's how we did it.
No, I love it. I think it's smart. I think that's great to talk to your other alliances. I mean, it's incredibly important. It's how you build strong alliances within your server, having that communication. I think that's great. I'll tell you this too. One thing I didn't say that I would do too. It's a great point of you doing it within your server of people they know and stuff like that. I would say it's also important if you like a server, pick a server and you say, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to this server. One thing that I've learned that I like to do is when you go in and you're looking at a server, randomly go into the alliance power and pick one of the smaller alliances and ask the leader of that alliance if that server is good or not. Oftentimes, how the other alliances are treated in that server is a better sign of the health of the server than just talking to the top team of the server. So
go with 2 out of 3 on that one. I only say this. Yes, I absolutely agree. Pick other alliances on the server and have a conversation with that person. We just happen, in our experience, to have an R5 who transferred, which was fine. They were allowed to, right? But if they had been messaged by someone to like, hey, how is this server? Their response of how our server was would have been the picture they painted would have been really negative.
I would have brought that to you. You know what, though? I would have brought what you do is you don't just go off of that person's word. So the next step you do, you don't blindly do it. The point is to try to get other people's opinion. You then take that back to the president and say, hey, you know, I talked to the other alliances. For some reason, he thinks you guys are assholes. What's going on with that? And let them explain to you why they don't, what their problem is. If they just, if you go to the president and you say, hey, this guy told me that, you know, blah, blah, blah. And their answer to that is, don't listen to them. They're just some friggin' farmers. We'll burn them out of here anyway. You might get that. If you get that answer, hey, judge as you will. I don't know that that's the answer you really want to hear of why that person's upset. I think you understand why they're upset. And then you judge whether that's something you really want to be part of or not. But
actually, that actually happened. Actually, now that my brain. So some of our transfers in did that. They reached out to some other alliances, and some alliances had some good opinions, and others did not. And they did bring that to us. And then I ended up unintentionally writing them a short story of the server's existence and everything it's gone through.
Yeah.
And they were like,
it's smart.
Oh,
it's smart. It's smart for them to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know. I just lead with honesty.
Yeah.
So I was honest about it, and I tried to share like, hey, we don't have a perfect server. We've gone through things, and you know, we're a work in progress.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all in life? Isn't that all part of it?
Yeah.
We're all a work in progress.
I hope so.
All right. So where are we going? Where are we spending possibly the rest of our game in Last War? There's been a decision made. Thank you.
Okay, let's hear it. After you've done, did you go through these same steps? Evaluating servers, talking to presidents, or did you have connections?
You don't want to know. Like I am. So not only am I a vet at this process to be able to help my team go through this, I also helped another team find a server to go. So while I was doing this, I was also helping another team find somewhere to go. And I successfully was able to do that for them too. But man, it was a trip. It was certainly a journey. I will tell you, there were many servers that reached out. It was a flooded process, as it usually is. We had some of these servers that reached out that were strong. Some of them were just passive interest. Either we had already made a decision or they came out. 123 had reached out, very limited towards the end. We had already made a decision. Don't know a ton about them. I know they're strong. Obviously, they're 5.2 here. They were strong. 196 reached out quite a bit. I didn't have a ton of. It's crazy to even say 196. I got to be honest with you, my server grouping, because I've been 69 to 100 for so long. So to say 196 is wild to begin with. It was, but they are very strong. They have they do have a strong team. I got many positive feedback about some of the people there. So it was good, all good there. I did that. There were who else was in our picture? 107. There was somebody who really liked passive interest. 107. 107 is really strong. I think they had 2 VIP 18s. I think, and they made mention to us. I think they asked me my seat color. At one time, it didn't go very far though. I don't know. They might have found another road at that point. So it really came down to 5 choices. I also Goose from 82 had reached out. I think they found. I believe they found a mighty big person to go there though. They had a gold open for 82. So best of luck to 82. I believe they found their team, which is great. But really, for us, it came down to 5 options. We had 5 options in the hop that were really looked into and taken seriously. One of the options I will tell you, it was never really in the cards because I just didn't know them enough, and it was the last day that we talked about. But there you go. Peros is on. He says 196 is great people. Okay, I mean. Yeah, God bless you. I heard good things. I would just say that. I don't know enough to tell you whether you're right or wrong. Just that it's good things. I heard. 184. So they're the first ones that I got to tell you came into consideration. 184. These guys at the end of the season, class F and act, violent. I'll say that, violent people. I love that server. To the point of 190 had reached out to them. For all of you that don't know, 190 reached out for them. They were their versus opponent to join in our final battle because AOV 190 doesn't like to fight their own battle. So they asked them, "Hey, can you come help us?" And 184 was like, "You know what? We talked to those cats. They seem to want to fight. Why don't you fight your own battle? Class act people." But besides that, let me tell you something about this 184. I got to show you this picture. You want to talk about ominous? Like their lead guy over there. I can just enter the number up here. Why am I thumbing through all this? You just enter the number.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, look at the picture. I mean, the picture just screams like, dude's a badass. Like, he's just like, I don't care, and I'll burn you. And this is just these guys. Great name, Death Whispers. Like the name. And I just liked everything about him. Had deep, just war stuff about them. Had a deep feeling that this would have been a great place to go. Just honestly didn't have enough time to get to know these guys and just learned about them at the end. So they were out just because I didn't have enough time to really discuss with them, and there were already options in play. Never got a chance to be really serious, but I think that they're violent and fun, and that really screams me. So they're worth at least talking about. For me personally, that was just my take on it.
Oh, you're getting some feedback.
What? Don't go there. 184. Yeah, well, I mean, listen. I said they're violent. I don't know whether I'm not going there anyway. So it's neither here nor there. But violent is incredibly important. Okay. Next on the list I had was 120 was constant. Now 120 God bless them. Appreciate them to death. They humble a man because I can tell you that they're incredibly strong. Crash has reached out to me early on in their team. I know Crash from 83, I think was his original server. He's very strong, as you can see up here. I did talk. Doc reached out. There's like I must have had 6 or 7 people reach out from this team. Incredibly persistent, humbling to say the least, and they were definitely in consideration. We were just in too deep of talks already to not go to them. So nothing against them. They're a great server, and I would say anybody I recommend them because they're just badass. Like Crash especially, dude is friggin' wild. Big fan. But also, I will say what prevented us early on from even considering it is I had 3 purples. I had me, I had Rich, and I had Chunky Pop Purple, and he was 208. And I think Crash was hesitant about the purple and said he'd get back to me. And when he said he'd get back to me, I was already making deals with other servers, so it never really, after that, was going to get serious because of the other 2 servers that were going to be interested. So I wasn't. Now, I have to just say this before I get to my final 2 servers where it really came down to between why and why it came down there. I do have to give a shout out to the most persistent people I have ever played with trying to recruit me in this game. And it's really not close. 80 are unbelievable. Like, how could I not mention them? It's crazy. These guys must have sent, I swear, if they could talk to the developers and force me to be on 80, they would have done it. I must have received, our team must have had 17 different people reach out from this group. And listen, as we talked about earlier, they whooped 71's ass. 3 VIP 18s to them, and 71 outpowered them. They were just a participation. When I make my resiliency video, when I talked about that, if you watched my server resiliency video, this describes server resiliency. These folks lost a VIP 18. You would think that would be enough to crash a server and see it go down like, uh-oh, we lost our power, now what? Where's everybody going to go? And I don't mean their power sticking around. They managed to keep a lot of their server together after that transpired, and recruit a bunch of people in. Fighters, technicians, strategists. They won, I think, Challenger 1 series in their season. Listen, I got nothing but positive things really to say about them. You can have your feelings one way or another about them, but listen, server resiliency for this server is just, to say the least. I know a lot of people on that server that have reached out, and even on a personal level. And yeah, I do. I like that. I like the server. But not to be one of the things that was a detractor for myself on this server was that they really wanted to I feel like, break the team up. They have a high end where they put everybody with power only in one team, and they kind of moved some people to the second team. There were just some things that didn't work necessarily, especially with the other teams that we were talking to. And man, I don't know. I feel like at some point in another Last War life, I would have been on 80 because of their persistency. But sorry, 80. I know, like, even this morning, I think they were still reaching out, even though we made a decision. They're just relentless. It's amazing, and it's humbling, to say the least. So that brings us to the final 2. What were the final 2? So we had 118 and 96. 118 and 96. So as you know, we have 118, which is where, oddly, the VIP 18 from 80 moved to. And it is a Peanut, who is the 118 over there. President Doberman is the president. And they did have the VIP 18. They have Peanut, so that was attractive. I will tell you one of the things that really drives me to the server to look at as far as a server goes. When you look at their alliance power, what screams about like amazingness is look how many teams they have over 15 million. What I thought 15 billion. Remember I talked about that?
Mhm.
Like look how many they actually had. It was crazy. Like this is just a lot. That screams participation is what that screams. That also screams you don't get this many people unless people like your server. You're not able to build this. You're not able to do something this dynamic right here unless people actually enjoy their time on your server. Now, I don't care what you say. It's just not. It doesn't matter strength. It's just the people that are on here populating the server. They just leave. They just go off. You don't see this. Go out there and look. I did. I look at all the servers, by the way, and it just doesn't happen this way. So it is what it is. So then we go in and we look at 96. That was the other one that we had. 96, who is, they have 3 VIP 18s. Some of the strongest people in the game are on 96, including Stickmin and Abria and Pitar. So I do talk with Stickmin quite a bit, like here and there on Discord in the game, advice-wise, spending-wise. I will ask the man things. So common, that was before the last server migration. There was a conversation that we had as well. So the team filled out all their applications to go into 96 to see how it was, and we went back and forth. The problem is that we also had 118 who was coming and wanted to speak. I was out, I was traveling. I didn't have time to have a ton of these conversations. And I told 96 on, I think it was Monday this happened. And I let 96 know they hadn't made a decision yet. And 118 wanted to have a call. And I didn't want to go into a conversation with 118 unless I had a distinctive decision from 96 yet. And 96 needed to talk together and figure out if they wanted to take us or not. And so I think one of the things that may have held up is that I travel with, there's 15 of us. And it's incredibly important for me to take all 15 of my guys. It's more important for me to have all 15 together than it is to move necessarily to the different server. Like we have to keep the team somewhat as much together as we can. And travel in a pack. So regardless, I understand, as I showed you, one of my guys, Pop Purple, who's only 207 Chunky, I'm not going to get rid of Chunky to make it to another server. Some people may want that to happen, or want me to decrease the team. I couldn't do that. So 96 had looked. I had asked them for the decision, and they had come to the decision, and said that they had other people in mind for the server. Conversation. It didn't work. They chose to pass on us. I don't. Conversations are private with what's going on and everything, but I can tell you between us, that was it. It was nothing. There's no hard feelings. There was no real whatever. It is what it is. They had other things in mind, the way they wanted to build and how they wanted to do. So I went into look at 118. Now, I'd never really gone in much into 118. Okay? And so I'm going to talk to them. Thanos, who I have had many battles with in the past, for those of you that don't know Thanos. Incredible warrior, used to play with Peanut. If you're on a battlefield, you know a lot of these guys, and one of the people I know was Thanos from the battlefield. I also know from this team, Breaking Heisenberg, who I fought many a times, these folks, in wars. One thing, you leave a battlefield with people that you fight with, you warriors know other warriors. Like, you just know what the hell you're fighting. And when you get done with it, and all you say with these type of people, you don't argue with these type of people. You say thank you to these type of people. Because, and a lot of you people out there that love to fight, that love to bust your ass in the mud, you know what I'm talking about. The people that are there, that scrapping, that you respect, that you ready to bust their ass, and then when that clock expires, you're like, you're fucking awesome, bro. And yeah, like, thank you. You thank them for giving you that battle in that war. That's who I'm talking about. And that's who I'm talking to out there that's listening right now. You know who you are. That's who you kind of run into. And what stuck out to this server before so Thanos had reached out and was asking, said if I'm interested, and blah, blah, blah. And I was going to talk to Doberman. Doberman wanted to get on a Discord call and talk. He got me to look at this server because I hadn't before. And I want to show you what stuck out to me instantly. With a server that we just fought in Season 5, this was really made me pay attention. So I want to show you something that is just sticks out in my mind as badass. So this dude is a president. And another thing about 190, you would think, they just won first and second place. What does it tell you about this server that this person, who's the second strongest person on the server, is leaving? Got second place in Season 5, but somehow leaving. So, and he's taking some of his guys with him. Why is that? I also would tell you that this president is all about himself. Like, this guy cannot get enough ego. Let's look at his moments. And I want to show you what a real president looks like. And where I talk about look at the presidents closely, let's look at the moments of this guy. Yeah, he's making fun of us, but what is it about? Him. It's about him. We come in, he beat Hulk, right? But what's it about? Is it about the server? They won first place. Is it about the server and what they did? No, it's about him. What's this one? This was about when Smoothie talks, you listen. What's this one about? It's 71. It's 71 collapsing and whatever. Is it celebrating his server? Is it saying whatever in his moments? Like, what are his moments really about? They're about him. They're all about him. Hey, look at me. I'm handsome. I'm awesome. I won. I did this. I did that. Okay, that's who he wants you to look at, right? Now I want to show you why I paid attention to 118 instantly, and whether I was going to go there or not. I instantly had to give this guy props because I want to show you what a real leader's moments look like. Look at Doberman's minutes. Till next time to his team, and puts his team's accomplishment on here. Is he in here? His mention? He talking about himself? That's his team he's talking about right here. By the way, pretty impressive that the team beat CO2 is incredibly strong. MBD, BM7, OAC, like 96 in here, 114. This win right here is pretty impressive by itself. By the way, it speaks to itself. Then let's come down and look at the next moment that he has, right? Oh, what a surprise. His team again. His team is his second moment of what they accomplished. Well, let's see. I'll get you guess what his third moment is. Again, it's a team moment. What's his next moment? Again, first Desert Brawl champs. A team moment. This is a dude you build a server around right here. This is a guy you look at your president and say, hell yeah, this is the guy you reinforce. This is a dude you throw your troops, you throw your diamonds, you do for. This is the type of shit. Now, whether I was going to go there or not, I messaged them and just said, hey man, listen, your moments are badass. The fact that you just take about your server and grow your server and look at it that way is really commendable. So from a leader, myself, in real life, I'm a leader. I would say to him, like, that's a leader recognizing a leader. Like, that's crazy. That's how you build, and that's what you do. Great man, period. Before I even go into the team. So I would just say that, like, that stuck out, and I sent to him before I even talked to them. Again, all the stuff that came in from the 118. I will tell you and save you time that once I talked to them on Discord, it was probably within 10 minutes that I knew that this was the server I needed to be on the 118. It
clicked?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I belong on 118. My team belong on 118. The power doesn't matter. Honestly, if I had I would have saved a lot of, like, everybody's time talking. Because if I had just talked to him first, I would have saved time. I would have never gotten past the first phone call. You know, you go to a job interview and you have another job interview in the week lined up, and you just hit it off and it just works, and you're like, oh my god, this is where I belong, and then you just cancel that other job interview and you just go here. 100%. Like,
that's how our server felt about those who chose to transfer to us. Like, we felt really lucky because we lucked out with clicks. Like, yeah. And it's really cool when that happens.
yeah, it just everything clicked when I started talking to him of why the server has so many alliances built this way. It's not by accident. Like, this guy, it's just crazy. The guy is leading an army as a family. Like, the words that he would use about his server is their family. They care about everybody on the server. It's not just him. He's celebrating things as a team, as a server, as a leader. And really, if you're going to go to some place, that's the type of place you want to go. The type of place you want to be there forever, like not leave. This is the type of thing you want. And so once I talked to him, it was an easy wrap for me. I couldn't wait. I can't wait to go to 118 and enjoying their family. And honestly, I had promised them, and I'll say it publicly. I'll say it publicly on tape and whatever. But I really don't want to. As long as this server doesn't dissolve, I just want that to be my home. I'm good on 118 for life of playing the game. I'm okay with that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think
I just get vibes of these guys.
yeah. That's so important because like that was one of my personal worries with the transfer and everything that goes into it is like, what if people come into our server, but they're not like, transfers mean that you lose people and you gain people. So the server that was is not the server that is.
Yes.
Right. It's done.
Right.
And so the new server, like and I'm still worried about that because like it's been a month now. Yeah. It's been 4 weeks. We're in week 5. So it's been a month since transfers. And I'm still like, okay, how do we make sure that like we're navigating our new server, right? Because we have old ways of doing things. And my biggest thing is like if we incorporate and they decide that they're not a good fit, that is my biggest fear is like, if we just have people transfer through us, that'll be hard.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of you take it on faith and you hope that you're open and honest and you build something that you can play well together.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, and it's crazy. It's crazy to say, but, so one other thing, I will also tell you, I'm going to tell you a couple other things about this guy, about this server of like, why did you pick this server? Okay. I'm going to tell you something that happened. I've migrated 4 times now, and I'm going to tell you something that happened that is unbelievable, at least to me, going through the experience, because it's never happened before. When I agreed to come to this server, I had 15 people. Some people were telling me that my purples or my blues didn't meet the snuff. Chunky's a low purple doesn't meet the snuff, or my blues didn't meet it, or I had a white seat coming with me. 15 people, right? You know what these guys did when they said I was going to their server? They reached out to everybody on my team that's coming along with me to personally welcome them into the server. That may sound like a simple little thing to you. In 4 seasons, that's never been done. Nobody other than really myself, maybe like Rich, who's got a lot of power, maybe they reach out to or something like that. But it's usually about the power. These guys welcomed every single person in before we're even there. They found their name, reached out, and said, hey, welcome to our team. Nice to meet you, and blah, blah, blah. It really, like, took me by surprise. I was like, holy shit, they reached out to them? I'm like, that's awesome. Like, it's so awesome of them. And it sounds so simple. I will give you advice. If you're not doing it today, if you don't take your time and you're welcoming him in, it does not happen in this game. If you think it does not happen a lot. And if you're a president out there and you're recruiting other people and you just recruited that big person that's bringing a team member, take some advice. Follow the leader. That guy knows what he's doing because he's building something that's bigger than me, bigger than him. It's about everybody. It's family. And that meant so much to me that when my guys came to me and said, hey, Doberman and Thanos reached out. And then all of a sudden, this person reached out and that person reached out from the team. And this person, they're getting all kinds of messages. Not me, my 13th person that only has, 160 hero power. They're getting the reach outs. It's a big friggin' deal. It's a big deal when people are willing to do that. So just a big shout out to them. Class friggin' act to do that to my people, to welcome in like that, to just reach out to them. And I can tell you, the folks that we travel with that are coming in on the team, God, did they appreciate it. God, they were like messaging like, hey, they reached out to me. Hey, I got this message from, it was exciting. They're already excited to be on the team. You want people to run through a wall from you? You want them to be there on award day? Treat them like that. And they will. So just an awesome message to send from this guy. You can already tell. I mean, it's one of those things, there's not even a question of whether you made the right decision. It's just like, you know what's about to happen. Like, just get me there. That's all. I'm just ready already. And so this server had top end power. They had those. They had the alliances I showed you, right? The other thing they had, deep depth. When I told you, look at how deep somebody is. Like for me, you look at around 200 million is where you look. Deep. I'm gonna keep going. Deep. Look at this. Deep. I mean, there is 47 people on this server with 200 million. And that's before we come in. That's without adding us. And I can tell you, without adding whoever else he's going to add in the future. Because, I mean, I just don't know why you would want to leave some server that treats you like this. Even if you're on if you're free to play and you're a low spender, it's all you could ask for is to look up at your president and actually think about how many servers right now that you're in season 1 or you're in season 3, wherever you are, or maybe you're migrating because of this. But you look up and you're every day when you log in and you have to go ask for a buff. If you're allowed buffs, by the way, because you might have been cut off for some reason. So if you're allowed them, you look at that picture of who represents your server and you think, yeah, no. I just, for myself, have a feeling that if you're on this server, the majority of these people look at that and they're like, yep, that's my guy. Yep, that's the guy. I don't know. That's kind of the vibe that's given out, but it's just the vibe you get after just if you talk to him for 15 minutes. You get the feeling. So 118 is our new home. And I'm incredibly excited about it. And yeah, I'm ready to QB18's ready to do tattoo UXW on his profile picture. So that's where I will be. Good luck to a lot of people. I know a lot of people that are going to a lot of different places. I did help them to get there. I do not want to reveal. I actually was telling Dorman today I wouldn't have to reveal. I'll hold out. He's like, no, you can tell whoever you want. We're ready. We're ready to go. So I'm like, okay, then let's go. Because I'm ready to just commit everything I have to UXW at this point. So they got me. They got the crew. The old we got the whole old crew. So Uncle Rich, Ramp, Panther, his claws out. Black Panther will be in that mud. It's gonna be a friggin' blast. But
good.
That decision is done.
Yay!
I know.
I feel like the decision part is the hardest part.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Especially when you have a team behind you,
that's it.
like
That's it.
go
That's
going
a.
with your crew is so important.
It's the hardest part is that I'm not making a decision for myself. I have to make a decision for like 14 other people are
14.
are counting on me to make a decision for them, and I keep dragging them into bullshit after bullshit. Like hey, I like joked with them today. Like that's it. Don't worry. This one never gonna happen. Don't worry about it. I mean, look, I just told you I didn't buy migration tickets because I thought for sure I was like, oh, I'm good here. Like I don't want to. I'm good. My home, and here I am. Like forced to, server falls apart and you're forced to go when you didn't expect it. So here's the tickets. So I have to purchase tickets. By the way, those that are wondering, this is how much your tickets are. So, is it only 10? It's $10.
It's yeah, 50. Yeah, because 50 tickets is $10, right?
Oh, why did I think it was 50?
Maybe it used to be 50.
Hey, anybody out there remember? Wasn't it 50? Or is that just am I wild? I don't know why I thought it was 50. Maybe it's or 20. I don't know. 10 seems light to me. Like it's. Although look, I got 1,000%. Oh, did you know I got 1,000% off, Hickey? Look at this.
Congratulations.
I know. Holy shit. I don't know. I don't want to show that to everybody. It's probably developers hooking me up, but I got 1,000% off. Wow. Must be my lucky day. Oh, it was always 10? All right. I don't recall. To be happy in the game, I guess. This is why, by the way, the developers aren't in a hurry to change it, because everybody who's got to pay $10 to the damn thing to do this, he just is what it is. So you give me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm so far behind on the chat. I don't know. Meadow says I gave him bad information. I don't even know I gave you any information, Meadow. I just said hello to you. I didn't even. I said I wasn't giving out any information other than transfers.
Oh.
How many transfers do you get from Alliance Shop each week? Oh yeah, you can get
So
three tickets for free. I think every week. Oh, maybe I told him it was $50. Is that why Meadow's saying that? Oh, I know I did. You're right, Meadow. 100%. I 100% am a complete liar. I lied to you. I did. I really thought it was. I had no clue. I don't remember. You would think I've gone through this. Actually, I think I collected enough in my previous ones that I had enough, but I did not. Where am I? In the line shop, right? Okay. Here are your tickets. Here are your transfer tickets. You can get three a week. 3 a week. So if you're leaving, start collecting. Meadow, did it break your spirit that it's now $10? I set you up for just to be happy. You act like you had disappointment. I just lowered the price. You say I don't know about you, Meadow, but I'm 1,000% off on mine as well. So I can't give you this because the game gives me 1,000% off. So don't look at me. They hooked me up. Mine's $10. Yours might be 50. But I know people, so let me know if you need a deal, and I can get you the 1,000% off. Let's see. Okay. My level for smelter. It's a terrible name. Schmelter. And gold fabric in season 1 and now in season 5. May I ask you if you don't go past like or you should just raise as high as you possibly can whenever you can. You can never get enough ore. The gold, I think you're more like you're good around 23. I want to say it's like 24. The return on investment starts to be ridiculous somewhere around that range, where you have to collect for like, I don't know, like a year or 2 years to even make your money back on upgrading it. It gets to be ridiculous on return of investment. I have it written down. I can better answer that if I looked at my notes. It's somewhere around there, the collectors. It's like 20 somewhere. You start doing it. would, resources. It's get your. I have more worry about getting my survivors up, those gold survivors, and start multiplying the worth of your mines. And getting those survivors. Gold survivors, man. Those freaking gold survivors can never get enough. But yeah, I got it. So I got to get 10. I got to get the tickets. I got to get 50 tickets. But if you only get 25 tickets, then you need those. And do you have any tickets, Eki, in case you wanted to leave, just in case?
Do I? I don't know. I might have a few, but I don't really want to leave my server. Because I would have to take my entire alliance with me. That's and actually take half of another alliance with me, and a quarter of another alliance. So ultimately, I don't think I'm leaving my server.
Okay, I would I would say this, Eggy. If you're my advice to everybody out there. So I have no problem. Like I won't buy tickets. I feel like if I go to the Alliance shop and put tickets in my inventory, I have one foot out the door. But I will also say this for advice to low spend and free to play players is please make sure you get your tickets. Make sure you're in your Alliance shop and you get tickets. Okay. Now,
that's a good point because sorry.
No, go ahead.
I totally interrupted.
No, you're good.
It's just, it's a good, I have no intention of leaving my server.
Right.
But what happens if people quit the game or the team I play with, we transition. We don't know, if
That's
we continue,
point.
I mean, we've been playing the game for a year almost. Yeah. So things can change.
If you're free to play or you're a low spender, put the 50 tickets in your inventory and never use them. You don't spend on the game, so $10 to you is a big friggin' deal if you had to spend it. So you know what? Make sure you got your 50 tickets and put them there and just never use them. But at least in emergency, break glass. You don't have to spend money on the game because you're not on anything else. If you don't spend money on anything else, wouldn't you rather use the $10 to get a gear pack or something like that? Why would you have to spend $10 to transfer? It's silly. Don't ever worry about it. Just go in and get the 50 and just put them there and never worry about it. Myself, $10 is not as big of a deal. So I feel like if I were to get 50 tickets for myself, it's like I have one foot out the door. It's like I'm hedging my bet. I got them here. I don't want to look at them. If $10 isn't a big deal to me, so I won't even bother if I need to buy it. I don't plan on moving. And I don't plan on going anywhere, so I will not get transfer tickets again when I move to 118, because I don't plan on ever moving. So, I don't plan on getting tickets. But 100%, don't look at it free to play and low spender. Don't look at it as your one foot in the door. You're not using your alliance things. Always just make sure you got your 50, just in case. It's well worth your alliance points to do it. Like you said, you never know who's leaving. You never know who sells. Somebody sells their account. Let's say your leader that you love the most, and somebody sells their account, kicks you out of their alliance, and burns you for no reason. Now you're like, whoa, what the hell? I just went from the happiest time of the game, and now I'm burned. I got to get the hell out of here. Well, now you need tickets. So there you go. Just stare at them and don't worry about it.
That's so hard, though. Part of my brain's yes, this makes actual logical sense. A good thing in preparation, just in case. Mm-hmm. But then my other brain, the other part of me is but then am I creating the space for something to happen?
Maybe.
So
maybe.
I think it's good to be prepared, but it doesn't always mean you have to use what you've prepared.
Right. You're a prepper. I'm telling you to be a prepper. That's what I'm telling people to do. I mean, no big deal. Just get your tickets. Anyway. Is that Crazy Deer Fly on It is. It is. It's Crazy Deer Eki. Yes. You probably don't even know who that is, Eki, who Crazy Deer Fly is. You're so far separate.
No.
It's a pretty big deal around my neck of the woods. Crazy Deer Fly was one on 71, and she was one of the early VIP 18s. So she's right here.
That's right.
Totally her power 470.
That's right.
I don't even know from...
That's kind of...
Let me see the order of VIP 18s. Isn't it the order that they were given?
Yeah, as you open the HQs, that's how they get put in order.
Right. So right here, what's her base? Is that? I don't know. That seems like far. I feel like this is wrong. Maybe it's not in order. Where is she? If it was in order, then I don't know anything about these bases. No, it can't be because this one says in production.
Oh, so you're looking at the VIP 19 bases. Yeah, I don't know if those are in any order.
No, I guess they're not. They should be though. Like, why wouldn't they just put them in order that they came out? That would make would that be too logical?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too logical. Who knows? I don't even know. Like, there's so many. It's unbelievable. Oh, people say the game's falling apart. Yeah, it's falling apart. All right. Look how many freaking bases are. It's ridiculous. Holy shit. This is wild. Look at this. I can't even reach the bottom. They say how much money is in each one of these bases. And look. Yeah, I'm worried about this game stopping anytime soon. Holy shit. This person.
Wow.
What server? They're at 860. They got a VIP 18 and 860. I don't want to get into this because I know, like, oh, is that Crash? Oh, Crash got 18. I didn't realize. Congrats. I'll have to tell him congrats. That's awesome. Who would put anonymous? Why would you put anonymous? Probably somebody that's got like 7 other accounts and doesn't want people to know how much money they've really spent, I guess. 1449. It's so hilarious. That's so funny. You just look at the numbers, like 1,449. They got a VIP 18 already. Oh, there's 1515. How high can you go? It's crazy. That's crazy. 1515. I don't know. I'm so far behind on knowing any of this stuff. I'm sure somebody knows. Oh, there's one. 1639. So 1639.
Wow, 1639. Because I'm in 1382. I think there's one around us that has one.
1639, Eki.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know these things. I'm sure people out there know because I don't understand who it is. Oh, is it 4th row? Did I miss it? I don't know. I'm scanning too much. I wasn't watching. Hey, listen, dude. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ryujin. You know why? Because it says Ryujin. I thought it was going to say, what does it say, like Chosen One or something, God, Dragon God, or say Chosen One? What does it say on her thing? Dragon God. Yeah, that's what it says. The Dragon God. Ryujin. So, I don't know. Is it in order? I don't remember if it is or not. But that would mean 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what servers these guys are on. Oh, that's anonymous. Yeah. 107. So she's 71. So
that means she was the 10th person to get a VIP 18.
I don't know.
If it's in order.
Yeah, if it's in order, I guess. But I thought she was early, man. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. Maybe that's what it means. But I don't know. So, yeah, this, I mean, we've been playing for a long time. What did I say? The other day, I think I looked, it was 750 days. I'm 753 right now. So she had to be, she actually, she joined after us, or she's probably around the same time. Maybe she's around the same time. She might be like 7:45 or something. I don't know. Be my guess, but either way, what else? That's what that person meant. It's not. It's VIP 19, not VIP 18 on the call. It's Eki.
Yes.
She's
VIP
19. So
I'm a different kind of VIP.
Yeah, exactly. All right, good enough. So anyway, if you have any other information, or want any other information about transfers, everything else, please let me know. I might make a video to help people out on the migration since people were asking so much information on what to do and things like that. Hopefully this was helpful to drive people through migration and assist you if you do have to go through it. It is not an easy process, especially when you're doing it the first time. Do not be intimidated. Reach out and talk to people. You know, they often say, no matter who they are, they put their pants on one leg at a time. So, just like you.
So true.
Yeah, reach out to them, have a conversation. Don't be shy, and don't be intimidated by the process. You can go anywhere you want. All right, with that, any last words for the folks?
No, it's good chatting. Thanks for the engagement.
Cool. Yeah, everybody's engaging. They're beautiful. Beautiful WWC community out there. We'll get back to our normal scheduled programming of battle. Actually, I might as well show you battle. I'm a sucker. I can't not look at battle reports. It's just like somebody sent a battle report over, and I have to. Oh, I don't know. Was it here? Yeah, I think it was here. I can't not look at a battle report. I get like zoomed in. Okay, so what do we got here? We got air 4-1. 4+1 card? Nope. All right. Got son of a. Got Aaron Murphy. Aaron Murphy and Aaron Murphy. Wow. Okay, you got my attention. That's a good win. 8 million. Look at that. 8 million difference. 8.7 to be exact. With the same team. Wow. Are you advertising Lucius's? Carly versus Lucius. Yup. I mean, I believe like Sarah's better than Morrison a little bit though. It's not like a major difference like this. But yeah, look at the Lucius versus Carly. That's wild. Guys, Lucius versus Carly, and that's 7. It's 8.7 million. All 30s. That's the same. Gear looking good. Gear on both look very good. Yeah, builds look solid. Yeah, I would rather have the radars here than my defense with chips. I'd rather give the radar but it doesn't matter here anyway. It's all for, there's no counter in the battle. Doesn't matter. 1.7, okay, the skills. Yeah. Okay, unfair because the skills are not up to snuff. But it's close. I mean, come on. It's close. Oh, wow. This person's killing them. 230 to 174 in drone. You already know I'm not impressed by that anyway. But 200 is still a breaking point to pretty good bump. And beating them in skills, beating them in combat. Wow, what a great win. What a great win. Boy, if this didn't tell you freaking Lucius's value, I don't know what will. Oh, look at the deco difference. Jesus. This is a freaking awesome win, man. If I'm whoever this is here, I'm sorry, whoever you are, but man, this person, Otter Money person, yeah, you got to take a look at your lineup, my man. Somebody, if you're in this person's alliance, you know this person, be a friend. Reach out. Tell them, this is no bueno. This is terrible, man. Yeah, I mean... Poof. Look at that. Look at that Diva and Skylar damage. I mean, you got the Diva damage going. It's fine. But that's Sarah. Sarah buffing both of them. I guess as they lasted longer. Yeah, this is a bad matchup, man. This is what I tell you, if you're trying to use your air team and everybody says how strong Lucius is with missile, yeah, no doubt. Lucius is very strong with missile. But the problem that you enter into when you throw Lucius into a mixed squad is you got to do something like this to sacrifice. And as soon as you pull Lucius from your air squad, it's a killer. This demonstrates it. I don't know what will for you. Like, it's tough. That's why, for me, it was a no-go When I like to use my air team as my second team, I'm using all missile. I'm leaving Lucius in my air squad. And right now, Carly rides the bench. Carly's on my fourth team. Yeah, I mean, look at the shielding. It's just crazy. I mean, you're looking at it. Like, just this is how he survived. It's just, it's the shields. Yeah, just crazy. It's awesome. That's a great win, man. That's a great win. Get Carly out of that lineup, Otter. Hopefully somebody's out there, let you know. Hey, Pegasus. Thank you for the battle report and keep up the good work. That's an impressive victory, man. That is an impressive If you're here and you lose this battle, you're like, uh-oh. Hopefully you are anyway. Hopefully you're just saying, what the hell did I do wrong? Ask somebody. You better ask somebody. I think I had one more for you. Nope, that's a no, Samo. Nope. Nope, maybe not. I thought I had one more up here. I know somebody sent me a battle report. I have to look. My messages is under 50, so that's a good sign. I think that was it. Pegasus said, do you have one more? Oh, Pegasus said another one. Pegasus is winning all these battles. Oh, okay. What do you got? 4-1 with Murphy. Okay. Still winning though. 3.8 million. Yeah, but Lucius, I got a 30, Lucius 18, and I don't know. See what I mean? All this, you're putting all this extra in here. I don't know, man. I mean, the hit points. I guess the hit points make sense to me. I don't know. I gotta do. Listen, we gotta do some research. We're gonna get into talking about this coming in the off season. One of the things we're really gonna dive into here is the value of the exclusives past level 30 versus the wall. We got to dive into this. It's really something that's out there we just don't talk enough about. And I don't know, like everybody doesn't want to talk and broach the subject, but we got to dive in. We got to find the value of the right answer to it. Of really like level 30, because if you look at exclusive weapons, right? So I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's all about having you want your team to survive. If all your team dies, something happened with the hit points on your team is not living, you can make them survive longer. To me, that screams wall. So you really need to look at, if you're looking at exclusive weapons and you're going extra, you got to get the 50 here for the require. Oh, let's see. I think I have somebody that is it him I can look at? Okay. So if you look, you're going to get, if you get at the level 50 here, you're going to get 42,000 extra hit points, but it's per hero. It's not for all heroes. It's just 42,000 bonus here that's big for this hero. As opposed to the wall, when you're putting your wall in, it's all heroes. So every time you upgrade your wall, you're increasing your entire squad. So if I upgrade, Swift here, the hit points that I increase for him is for everybody in my missile squad. All their hit points go up. So we really need to dive in that once we get to level 30, and eventually more and more people are going to do this because the game's giving it out, and is everybody really going to, even if they came out with an extra exclusive person, are you going to get them? Probably not. Like, you're worried about the ones that you have. And so eventually more and more people are going to start reaching exclusive level 30 for your main squad. And it really begs the answer of, is it better and benefit you to keep putting in building your wall or going after the exclusive shards to go after the hit points? Because really, to me, the wall is so valuable based on the fact that it's raising your entire team's hit points. Yeah, we're gonna do some research. We're gonna test the crap out, and we're gonna get a final answer to it. I guarantee you, I will have it for you, one way or another, scientific answer for that. Because I know a lot of people are wondering, like, what am I gonna do with my shards? Should I do exclusive shards or should I do regular shards on my wall? It's really a question. We gotta dig into that. And then at some point, it becomes like, okay, increase my wall by 200. These things start going up. Like right now, to go up every level, I need 30 shards, right? So before you need 10, then you need 20. Now you need 30 once you get to 300. So at some point, it becomes too expensive to upgrade your wall. So where's the breaking point as well of saying, all right, now I'm better off doing the exclusives? You know, is it pricing? Is it like looking at the price of each one to say, okay, what is it out? It's cheaper to do it this way, and I feel there's a weight to it though as well of return on of pricing versus return on investment. So even if it is cheaper, it's still like, well, what's your return on investment for the power? Inquiring minds want to know, especially in the WWC community. I know that. So we will find out. We'll ask the questions that people are scared to dig into. We're going to dig into it. No problem. We'll find out and figure it out. All right. With that, I'm going to let you go. Eki, want to say anything to the people?
Okay. Nope. Thanks.
Good. Thank you. Okay. Everybody, Eki and QB18 out.